Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14 of How I Made My First $1 Million. Today is November 1st, 2021. Assets at 292,000. That's up 60,000 from last month. 60,000 in a month. Very, very cool. Liabilities at 73,000 unchanged. Net worth 218,000 up 60,000. Same as assets. So yeah, 60K in a month, not bad. Obviously, cryptos were on fire. Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think both were up over 25% in a month, like 26 or 28%, something like that. So basically, that means my assets went up by that same percentage, plus minus. So yeah, obviously that's great. Wow, 60 grand, 60 grand a month. That is a significant amount of money. Yeah. Yeah, but my lifestyle doesn't really change. Like, I'm still doing the same thing. And obviously I could lose it next month, right? So yeah, wow, it's just very interesting. So, okay, so it was a big month, October. So what happened? A couple things. One, my birthday, I turned 33. That was on the 18th, 2 weeks ago. Coincidentally, that was the same day that softball ended. And in our final game, I dove at shortstop and landed on my ribs. I knocked the wind out of myself, and I must have either bruised a rib or I don't know if I cracked a rib, maybe not, but still nursing that. It's been 2 weeks, and today's the first day where it feels like it's at all better, but still a long way to go. So very difficult to move around, to sleep, to get in and out of bed or roll over. I mean, yeah, so whatever, that's life. No regrets. So anyway, softball ended and we finished up 2-10. That was our record, 2-10. So we won one game on the field and we won one game by forfeit. The other team didn't have enough players. So yeah, not the ideal record. And we were, of course, in last place. Out of the 7 teams, we were in last place, so we did not make the playoffs. But that's okay. Yeah, definitely laid the foundations for what I hope will be a very fun and eventually very competitive team. So yeah, we'll see. So that's good. So that happened, and tonight is playoffs actually, and some members of our team are going to go watch. We're just going to hang out and get to know each other a little bit more and watch the 6 talented teams. So yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, so what else happened? I also filed my tax return this past month. Of course, we're in 2021, but I filed my 2020 taxes. And in that year, I spent the first half approximately living in New York State and the second half living in Florida. And I made such little income in 2020 that I didn't owe any New York State taxes. And Florida doesn't have an income tax, so I don't owe any Florida taxes. And in terms of federal taxes, the government owes me $8. So, I mean, it's kind of absurd, but I made such little money. I should have looked at the number before recording the video, but I mean, it's so small. It's just capital gains from, selling whatever, Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, silver, whatever it was. But very, very little. I mean, I don't even want to estimate the number. Definitely below $10,000. It was a really, really, really small amount. And I never got my stimulus check, one of them. And so, the difference there, I do owe some taxes, but it was smaller than the amount of the stimulus check. So the net result is the government owes me $8. Hilarious. So, yeah. Anyways, that happened in October. So what else happened? Oh, took a little birthday trip to a cabin in the woods, and I do always enjoy a cabin in the woods, and we chose one with a hot tub, and that was wonderful as well. Yeah, so that was good, and this past weekend we visited some friends down the east coast of Florida, spent Halloween weekend there. That was good to see them. Yeah, what else? Yeah. Okay. So, there's basically 2 other things. So one, let me address a comment that came on the previous video, which was since deleted. So yeah, the comment's not there on the previous video. However, I get an email notification whenever someone comments, and it includes the actual contents of the comment. So I was still able to read it. And basically someone asked, why do you continue to carry liabilities, number one, when you could obviously, sell some assets and pay them off. And two is, if you do want to keep the liabilities, keep the leverage, which I do, why not either refinance or find some other cost of debt that's lower than my current cost of debt, right? Because I have credit card debt and other things that carry really, really high interest. I think the penalty interest might be 29% or something on the credit cards. I forget exactly, but of course I could refinance or borrow against my crypto or something at a much lower rate, like 2, 3, or 4%. So why not do that? That was basically the meat of the question. And it's kind of like a two-part answer. The first part is I'm prioritizing the emotional and like vibrational, like energetic journey over the actual numbers, which is a bit counterintuitive because the success of the journey is like a numerical result that either I achieve or I don't. But again, counterintuitively, I'm not prioritizing the numbers. I'm like prioritizing the emotional capacity and the energy that I bring to everything I do, right? So that's kind of the main thing. Yeah, but definitely a younger me in my 20s, I absolutely would have gone for like the cheapest financing. I probably would have even just paid off all my debt. I feel like I would have, I mean, obviously I didn't, right? Looking back on my life, I carried the debt till now. So yeah, what I did back then was definitely try to like over quantify or over analyze big time. I thought, yeah, I mean, if I just analyze the numbers perfectly, right, whatever that means, I can sort of optimize, right, all the numbers. So yeah, I'm just not that interested in doing it right now. And it's like the 73,000, like, it doesn't feel like that to me. It could be 80,000, 90,000, 100,000. It's just like a thing that's just sitting there. I mean, it doesn't, like, I don't feel the emotion of it anymore, which I think that's the breakthrough. I think that's the breakthrough for me, right, on my journey. And as I look forward, to my 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, I could easily see myself being $1 million in debt, right, and maybe having 10 million in assets or 20 million or whatever the numbers are. I think that'd be very interesting to play the money game on a really high level like that. I think it'd be really interesting. So I'd like to ultimately develop the capacity to do that. And, so with my energy and my time and so forth, I'm really prioritizing the emotional aspect, not so much the financial one. So hopefully that answers the question. Actually, if you guys want to read the question, I was going to pin it up, but you could pause the video and read it. I mean, it's like pretty long. Okay, that should be enough for you to pause. Hopefully you can like zoom or see that or something. So anyways, so that's the question. And there was one other thing, which is in the spirit of, channeling the right energy, the millionaire energy, basically. I ask myself all the time, like, if I already had $1 million, if I already had it, like if I had it right now, what would I do? How would my day-to-day life change? And I really don't think much would be different with one exception. I think I would be willing to spend a lot more money hiring experts to help me do things, basically. So for example, last week, I got a massage. It was $150 for a massage. Ordinarily, I would be very, very reluctant to spend that kind of money, like $150 for a massage. That's like so much money to me. And I'm thinking now, I would like to do that maybe once a week from now on. Just once a week, $150, which is, I don't know, something like $8,000 a year, just on massages. Just like, loosen up the muscles and whatever. And so I think if I were a millionaire, right, which I'm trying to, embody right now, I would spend a lot more money on, massages, maybe a chiropractor, maybe a dietitian or nutritionist or something, probably a personal trainer, maybe even a dermatologist, because I feel like my skin isn't great and never has been, and so on, right? So many different things. I feel like I would just be willing to spend money on all those things and spend it happily, spend it gladly. Maybe hire like a cleaning lady or housekeeper or something like that. So yeah, there's a lot of examples. So I think I'm going to start doing that much more. I have a massage book tomorrow, and I will probably start hiring more and more people to do more and more things as if I were a millionaire. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next month.